Terraria 1.4.4 has buffed almost every boss in hard mode. I set out to kill all of them at once in expert mode, without moving. As an added challenge, I'm also going to limit my use of weapons. I will not be able to attack the bosses until it is absolutely necessary, meaning I will only be using boulders to kill these bosses until the very end. And you'll see how that plays out in a little bit. Let's go ahead and start the clip. So right now what I'm doing is waiting for 7:15 to strike. At 7:15 I will summon Moonlord using a sigil, and then right after that I will break this Plantera bulb and beeline it towards my farm. I have to summon Moonlord first, or else I can't summon Moonlord after I've summoned other bosses. So as you can see, I heal up at the nurse, and I immediately start to try and fish for Duke Fishron. So here, really all I'm thinking is, come on, Duke, come on, fish, fish, fish. And eventually we get him to come out, and I very quickly summon a Prismatic Lacewing and kill him to summon the Empress of Light. I right-click the altar next to the teleporter, which summons the golem, and I am safe and inside my trap, where I will go round and round and round. Soon I will be summoning the Gelatin Crystal boss, which is the Queen Slime, as well as the 3 mechanical bosses. This trap features 2 main designs. It features 700 boulder statues that create an infinite line of boulders, and it also features a boulder timer, which activates pressure pads in a preset order in order to teleport me in a 6-way teleporter around the map. This way I'm not technically moving, but yet I'm still dodging all of the bosses. My equipment features a shiny stone, which means if I don't move, I get significantly higher life regeneration. And because I'm not technically moving my character, the shiny buff applies. The shiny stone buff applies. So as you can see, I'm just totally demolishing all of these bosses, and the sound is so pleasant. And mind you, these are all expert mode bosses. These are not pushover classic mode bosses. These are all expert modes. One thing you'll notice is right now I'm rotating counterclockwise. This is a 50-50 shot based on how I enter the teleporter, but counterclockwise is best for the beginning because it dodges Plantera's attacks effectively, because Enraged Plantera is my main scare right now. But in a little bit, I will have to hop out of this teleporter to go clockwise, because clockwise will make it to where I can dodge Moonlord's beams more easily. But that'll only happen after I kill all the other bosses. Making this farm work for every single boss took so many different attempts. There'd be times that I would let Plantera catch up to me too quickly and I would die, and I eventually learned I didn't have to wait for Plantera at all. Sometimes I wouldn't have the nurse ready, sometimes I wouldn't have a boss spawning item ready, but the majority of the time was me just folding under the immense pressure of having 3 or 4 in-game bosses on top of me and panicking. The first few attempts, I had to completely pause my game and look at my notes. But by attempt, number 8, 9, or 10, I knew exactly what to do. And eventually, it was just a matter of time before all the RNG lined up to my favor. But now we can see that all the other bosses have died except for Fishron, Empress of Light, as well as Moonlord. Those are the 3 toughest bosses, highest health pools. And now we're just gonna wait. I guess I should talk. Oh, here I go, trying to get out of the teleporter and reset my rotation. So I'm gonna try and go clockwise, and yeah, here I get clockwise, and I'm really low health, 1.5. I'm really low health, but I managed to pull through and live through it. So I'll talk about my defense right now. I think I have a total of 145 defense at night, using a number of different items and buffs. So my items are beetle armor, as well as, and this is all warding, I use the Ankh. No, I don't use the Ankh shield. I use the hero shield. I use the frozen shield. I use the shiny stone. I use the worm scarf. I use the holy necklace for invincibility frames. And I use the... What else am I missing? Oh, I use the celestial moon shell for that nighttime defense buff, as well as just good defenses and health regeneration in general. My buffs are exquisitely stuffed, which I use from barbecue ribs. That gives me better life regen as well as better defense. I use iron skin potions, regeneration potions, and endurance potions. And I also have a Bast statue, which is that cat statue on the top row, the Egyptian cat statue. That gives me another +5 defense, and that gives me a total of 145 defense. So now we're just gonna hang out and let my my boulders and my Stardust kill these two bosses. And so, like I said, the Stardust Dragon does help me kill Empress of Light a little bit faster. I don't know if it was necessary or not. I think it wasn't. I think it was a mistake, and to be honest, to chip away at her a little bit like that. I should have just let boulders do it, but I mean, whatever. But for Moonlord, it is necessary because at 75,000 HP, Moonlord and I stalemate, where I can't damage him enough with just boulders. He'll out-heal my damage, and he can't damage me enough with just his attacks. So I out-heal his damage, and he out-heals mine. So I have to use a level 1 Stardust Dragon to kill Moonlord. And I ended up, later on, after Empress of Light dies, I switched to Tiki Armor to get a stronger Stardust Dragon to fight for me. And that just accelerates the fight faster. I could just use a level 1, but I felt like using a level 4. And I don't feel bad about using the dragon because it is natural progression. If you're at the fight with Moonlord, that means you have all, no matter what, you'll have all the materials you need to create a Stardust Dragon, so I don't feel like I'm cheating. And I even use greater healing potions in this and not the 200 HP ones because I felt like that wouldn't be like ethical to this experiment. This experiment is supposed to show that you can do this pre-Moonlord. I don't think I have much left to say. Just go ahead and enjoy the video. I'm probably going to speed it up super fast at this point, and I'll mute that. Okay, see how my Fishron is flying at 40 miles an hour? Well, check this out. If you summon a piggy bank, it only works from the piggy bank, and you equip your gelatinous pillion, and then, but you keep your Fishron mount out. Hold on, why is it not working? Do I have to do it while moving?